I enjoy both rhythm games and RPGs, and Metronomicon tries to combine these into one, but is this a beat that's worth battling to, or is this adventure seriously out of tune? Metronomicon is mostly a rhythm game that uses RPG elements in order to create an interesting adventure. The game can be played with both a controller as well as certain rhythm devices like the Rock Band 4 guitar. The way the battles work is you have a 4-person battle system and you can switch between the characters at any time. Inputting the correct symbols will allow you to pull off their different moves. You get more characters as the story progresses and can swap them in and out at your leisure, and each one is a different class so they have different moves. You start off with only a single Tier 1 move, but as you level up your characters, you'll unlock Tier 2 and Tier 3. In order to pull them off, you have to input the right stuff to get to Tier 1, and then if you keep inputting the commands, you'll be able to do Tier 2 and Tier 3. Though, if you make it to Tier 1 and mess up on Tier 2 or decide to switch to a different character, you'll then pull off whatever is set to Tier 1. And you can switch these all up for the different characters, and they get a decent variety of moves, some of which will be debuffs, buffs, healing spells, and of course, a bunch of different attacks. The game story is a pretty simplistic one, with your party being set off after graduating from a university, and soon they start to discover that there's an evil going on. There's some weird anomalies, or basically parties that are going on, dealing with the different monsters, as well as the book that they're given, the Metronomicon, and the powers that it ends up having. The cutscenes and dialogue in them is decent enough, and some of the character interactions are at least somewhat humorous, but for the most part it's just a way to get you through each of the areas. The game is broken up into 5 different areas with a bunch of different songs in each one. You have to play certain songs or a certain amount of the songs and complete them in order to unlock more songs for that area, and eventually getting to the boss battle. Completing the boss, of course, will move you on to the next area with more songs that you'll be able to play and unlock more stuff. You'll be able to get side quests at certain points, which are basically just little extra things with the same song you just completed, but may have a secondary goal now. Instead of just completing the song, you have to heal for a certain number of health points or defeat a certain number of monsters. The game's soundtrack is mostly a variety of different EDM styles. They have some great stuff in here that I really dug, like DJ Cutman and Mega Ran being included, but it's not going to be everyone's taste. There are a few songs here and there that are different genres other than just straight EDM, like the occasional rock or more pop-based song, but for the most part, EDM is definitely the main style. Each song also has 3 different difficulties, easy, normal, and hard, which will increase the amount of buttons you gotta be pressing, as well as the difficulty of the monsters you're battling. For defeating monsters and completing certain tasks, you'll unlock more equipment that you'll be able to put on your party members. This increases stuff like attack, defense, health, and magic. You'll also unlock some secondary moves later in the game, which are automatically done during battle when you hit a certain number of button presses in a row. The game has an okay amount of different backgrounds and monsters, though I feel like there's way too many reskins of monsters with not enough different animations throughout. Granted, you're not going to be looking at them a lot since you have to really be focused on your button presses, but still I would have liked to see a bit more variety in this department. Outside of just going through the main story, you can also do the arena mode, which is just the songs you've ended up doing during the main story, just now you have different goals in mind or different automatic parties that are set up for you, but completing them will give you different equipment, and these are broken up into different tiers depending upon difficulty as you go through the campaign. There's also endless mode and a playlist mode. You can just do individual songs if you like to, and everything can be done actually multiplayer as well locally. From the technical side of things, the game didn't slow down and it didn't run into major glitches, but it did crash on me on a couple of occasions, usually switching between a few different menus. Metronomicon is available now on PS4, Xbox One, and PC for $19.99. It does have a Platinum Trophy on the PS4. Overall, Metronomicon is an interesting mix of RPG and rhythm. Being able to use the Rock Band guitar is a nice little touch. I do wish the campaign there was a bit more to it, a bit more variety to the monster types, and maybe a bit more story here and there. Maybe that's something that could be expanded upon in a sequel, as well as the RPG elements aren't going to be as in-depth that some people may end up wanting them to be. Though, with the harder difficulties, the game will still give you quite a challenge in order to get through everything. With everything said, though, I'm going to be giving Metronomicon a 7 out of 10. But anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up this review. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course, I hope you enjoyed.
I thought the future would be cooler. I thought the future would be cooler.